All right, we're going to make sure that you're sitting nice and comfortably. Feel your weight evenly supported between both sitting bones. Feel your feet planted on the ground, supported by the earth. Lengthen your spine and the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Always trying to create length and space through your spine, imagining your little vertebra between each, your little cushions between each vertebra, inflating a little to give you a little bit more length. Drop your shoulders down and back. Lift and flare your toes and then place them down, back down on the ground, one at a time, separately if you can, having a bit of space between each toe, so if you can create a bit of space between each of your toes, giving your front foot a little stretch. You might have to hook your baby toe on the carpet or the floor and splay the other ones down one at a time. Good, keeping those toes pressing down into the ground, press the heels into the ground. Feel how that pressure down into the floor translates into a lift through your spine. And keeping that length, bring your hands down to the side, palms to the ceiling. We're going to take a deep breath in. And out. Good. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen to the center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen to the center. Exhale, look down towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen, bringing your hands behind the base of your head. And exhale, look up gently towards the sky. Inhale, back to the center, arms down. One more time, one more round of those. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to look over your left shoulder. Making sure you're filling and emptying your lungs completely. Inhale, big inhale to the center. And exhale over the right shoulder, turning those palms up towards the ceiling, so really stretching through the front of the arm and shoulder. Inhale to the center. Exhale, chin towards your chest. Inhale, hands behind your head. And exhale, lift the chest, lift the head, looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release, bringing your arms down. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Shift your weight forward and come up into standing, reaching your hands towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And exhale, come down. So you can move your chair aside for the warm up. We're going to start with a little march on the spot. Lifting your knees up nice and high. Swinging those arms. Checking the alignment of your knees as you lift them. Hips, knees, ankles, all in a nice straight line. Spine is long. See if you can connect your brain with your belly button, your core muscles, drawing that belly button inwards. And try and maintain that strong core contraction throughout the class. In your core and an awareness of your breath and an awareness of your posture and where all your joints are. How we make sure you can get stronger without causing injury. Good, now we're going to kick forward, straight legs. So hands on your what are these? Your hips, hands on your hips. Kick forward with straight legs, toes up towards the ceiling. Try not to lean back with the upper body. Keep the upper body nice and straight. Good. Little gentle kicks out in front of you. Toes up. Good. Now kicking towards your buttocks. So see if you can bend your knees back. Trying to get your heel as close to your buttocks as possible. Just be conscious here not to arch the lower back too much, so keep the tailbone tucked in. Spine nice and long. Good. While you're doing that, we're going to bend and straighten the elbows here. Try and get a little bit of a rhythm going. Good. Coming now side to side, so stepping behind your body. We're going to open and close the arms in front of you. Trying to do a nice big opening through the front of your chest as those arms go back. Being conscious of what you feel in your joints as you move. Make adjustments. If anything feels uncomfortable, not quite right for you. Good. And relax, well done. All right, we're going to need your exercise band, the loop one, or you can tie your band in a loop. And you will need your chair for some balance. And then we're going to tie the band around your ankles. Good. So this first one, we're going to focus on the hip flexor muscles in the front of your hip here. Tummy muscle tight, spine long, holding the chair for some balance. We're going to shift your weight onto one leg and lift the other one up against the resistance of the band. So if I go sideways, so you can see, I'm going to lift up against that band. 8 times, and then we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Tummy nice and tight, and lift. 1, slowly down. 2, slowly down. 3, slowly down. 4 to go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, a little higher, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Good. Straight onto the other side. So tummy in, spine long, lift for 1, and down. 2, and down. Making sure your ankle is directly under your knee, and your knee comes up in line with your hip. 4 to go. 5, 6, draw that belly button in. Every time you lift the knee as a cue to contract your core muscles. 7, last one. 8. Now lift up and hold. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your legs down. Very nice. Turn your chair around so that you can face the seat of the chair. And we're going to bring our hands down onto the seat of the chair. Bring your hips to a point where you feel there's no tension on the muscles at the back of the leg, so no stretch at this stage. Bend the knees slightly. And we're going to take the left leg back against the band behind you. So I want you to make sure that when you're pushing that leg back, you're squeezing the buttock muscles and not the back in this position. Tummy is nice and tight. Squeeze the buttock on the left. Press. For 1, 2. Actively squeeze that left buttock muscle. 3, 4. Tummy in. 5. Nice strong shoulders. 6, check that your standing leg is nicely aligned. 7, hip, knee, and ankle in at 1 line. And 8. Now hold the leg up there. Hold for 10, 9, squeeze the buttocks. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, bring both feet together. Come up into standing. Bring your hands behind your back, reach them back, press the chest forward. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, lower your hands back down to the chair. Belly button in, nice neutral spine. Now onto the right leg. Squeeze the right butt cheek before you kick back. 1. Squeeze the buttocks. 2. Tummy in. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Now lift and hold for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. George, I'm just busy teaching a class now. Can you go out here? George. George, step left. Sorry. Okay. All right, coming back to facing forward, keeping the band around your ankles. We're going to turn the chair around one more time. Keeping that band around your ankles. So now taking the left leg, we're going to step forward. So your ankles pressing out against the band and bring it back. I'll go sideways so you can see me. Step forward and come back. Step forward and come back. Trying to straighten the legs slightly against that band. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, I gave you 2 extra there, and 10. Good, let's change to the other side. We'll do 10 on that side as well to even it up. Step forward and back. 2, and back. 3, and then back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, coming back to the back of the chair. We're going to do the glutes one last time. So lowering down this time, let's see if you can lift a little bit higher. Make sure that spine is nice and long. No discomfort in the lower back in this position. Tummy tight, supporting your spine. Step back with the left leg. And lift, press into that band. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Now lower just halfway. Don't let the tension come off the band. Lift and halfway down. 1. Lift, halfway down. Tummy tight. Lift, halfway down. Lift, halfway down. 4 more. Lift, lift, halfway down. 2 to go. Lift, halfway down. Lift and hold. Little pulses now for 10, 9. Tummy in. Strong shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring that leg down. Send your hips back. Try to stretch through your arms here. You can pull your fingertips forward towards the back of the chair. Just giving your spine a little stretch. Bend your knees generously. Feel the stretch through your spine, through your ribs, underneath your armpits. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Coming up again, bringing your weight into your arms. Nice strong shoulders. Take the right leg out behind you. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Tummy muscle tight. And lift. Press hard into the band. And halfway down. Press. 1. Halfway down. 2, halfway down. 3, 4, 5, squeeze the buttocks. 6, 7, and 8. Hold it up there. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try not to hang on your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Bring those legs next to each other. Bend the knees and come all the way up into standing, reaching the hands towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring the hands. Good, you can take your band off and grab your weights, please. The heaviest that you have, because we're going to do bicep curls, so these tend to be the stronger muscles. Okay, we're going to stand in a lunge. So just front on in a lunge. The more, the closer your feet are to being on a single line, the more of a challenge it is to your balance. So you can have one foot more out than the other, but we've got one foot in front of the other. So that's what it looks sideways. And you can decide whether your feet are there or there or there, depending on your stability. In that position, we're going to bend into a semi-lunge. So we're going to try and hold the lunge, your back knee pointing down towards the ground. Good. Squeeze the buttock muscles, strong, long spine, belly button in. We're going to go for 8 curls upwards. Keep the shoulders open and down. Exhale, lift. And down. Exhale, lift. And down. Exhale. And down. 4 to go. Maybe sink a little lower into your lunge. And down. Shoulders open. Nice long neck. And down. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Good. Now we're going to change to moving the legs, but we're going to hold the weight at a certain point in this movement. So we're going to come to 3/4 of the way. Turn your palms upwards. Hold the muscle there and up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it a little bit higher, above 90 degrees. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, lower your weights down, come to the center. Good. Roll the shoulders down and back. Allow those weights to give you a little bit of traction through your shoulders and take your ear to one side. Nice deep breathing, inviting those neck muscles to let go and over to the other side. Good, now going to the opposite side. So opposite leg is in front now. Find your base, so the wider they are apart, the wider your base of support is. Bend down into a lunge that you can maintain that isn't putting any pressure through your knee. Excuse me. And we're going to bend for 8. 1, 2, nice and controlled. Exhaling to lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, good, 7, and 8. Now we're going to hold it just below 90. Bend and straighten for 5, 4, 3. Draw those shoulders back. 2, 1. Bring it up above 90. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Good. You can gently place your weights down carefully, bending your knees, keeping your spine straight as you put your weights down. Good. Bring the arms out to the side. Stretch them back slightly in line with your body and just big circles through those wrists. Good. Change direction. All right, give them a little shake. Our arms are going to do a little bit more work now. So we just worked on the front of the shoulders. We're going to work on the triceps. If you can grab your chair again, we're going to bring our hands onto the back of the chair. So you have an option here with the high plank. Either on the chair, like this, nice long straight body, or you can do it on the floor. Same thing, nice long straight body. So wherever you feel is good for you. If that's uncomfortable on your wrists, you can make a fist, or you can go onto your elbows. So whichever arm position you choose, the principle of alignment is important. So your whole spine, head, shoulders, hips, ankles in a long straight line. So what often happens is the hip bum comes up into the air. So stick your legs back a bit more so that your bum is in line with your shoulders. Good. We're going to hold the first one for 15 seconds. 10 more seconds. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come out of that position. Good, you can stand up. We're going to do 2 more of those. I just want to remind you of 2 common kind of errors that happen that are causing risk for your shoulders. If you are on your hands, make sure firstly that your elbows are facing forward and you're not collapsing your neck down through your shoulders. So keep those shoulders nice and strong. Try and draw your head and neck as far from the ground as possible. And then bring the hips down in line with the shoulders. Okay, so let's go for the second one. This one we're going to try and hold for 30 seconds. If you're on straight arms, allow your elbows to bend slightly so that you're working the back of the arms here. 30 seconds. And let's go. Belly button in. Try to think about your breath. Inviting your breath to really fill your body. Nice strong thighs. Squeeze the front of the thighs. Squeeze the belly button in. Draw the chin towards the chest. Those shoulders are strong, holding you. All the muscles along the front of your body supporting you. Your tricep muscles holding those arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come out of that position. Well done, ladies. Take a big stretch, reaching your hands up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers here. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Stretching through the wrists. Good. Lower the arms down, palms facing me. Good. And then spread your arms out wide, reaching the arms right back. Press the chest forward. And lower the hands back down. Good, we're going to do one last one, 45 seconds this time. If it's uncomfortable on your wrists, go down onto your elbows. And if at any point it starts to create any pain in your back, then that's your limit. So let's see if we can do 45 seconds for the final one. We're coming back into that position. Tummy's nice and tight, so really for the full time, try to concentrate on pulling your core muscles in. Let's go for 45 seconds. Checking your alignment. Equal weight between left and right foot, left and right arm. Tummy drawn in. Feel your thigh muscles nice and strong. Shoulders are strong, supporting you. Your spine is long. 15 more seconds. Chin tucked in so that you could balance a broomstick along your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, come out of that position. Good, very, very well done, ladies. We're going to bring one hand up above your head, stretch it down, reach down between your shoulder blades. That might be enough of a stretch, or you can take your other hand, I'm just going to close it so you can see, and draw it down. So other hand onto the elbow, just trying to create a stretch along the tricep muscles here along the side of the body. Good, in standing, you can then also add a little bit of a side bend. Take a deep breath. And change sides. Other arm up. Reach down. And if you can't reach that arm, then just being in this position is giving that shoulder a stretch as well. Good, nice deep breaths. Good, and release down. Okay, if you have ankle weights, you can put them on. I don't know if any of you do, but for the sake of the video, I know Joan's going to be watching this later. So we'll put ankle weights on. And we're going to come down off the floor now. I will give options for non-floor goers. So we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position, which is this position on the floor. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to be lifting the leg and bending and straightening. So we're trying to work towards these hamstring muscles. If you're not going to go onto the floor, you can do it in standing, the leg behind you. You're going to bend and straighten the leg here. So we're trying to feel the hamstring muscle down the back of the thigh. So those are your two options, positions. If you are on your hands and knees, don't lift the thigh all the way to 90. Have it sort of 45-degree angle. Move it out of the way. All right, so 8 on each side, and then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Bending, curl up, 1, slowly down. Squeeze the buttock when you're doing that. 2, slowly down. Tummy in. 3, slowly down. 4, and down. 5, and slowly down. 6, slowly down. 7, slowly down. Nice long neck, tummy in. And 8. Good, now hold it halfway where you can feel the weight of gravity pulling your leg down, and hold the little pulses there. Bending and straightening the knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's change sides, straight into the other side. Other leg back, squeeze the buttock muscles and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slowly down. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now little pulses, just where you can feel the most of gravity holding that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, coming in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Right, the last strengthening exercise, we're going to come down onto lying on your side. If you're not lying down, you can stand with your hand on the chair. And whatever we do with the leg on the side, you're going to be doing in standing. So we're going to be doing a slam and opening and closing. We're going to be doing a straight up and down to the side, and then circles. So you can just do it in standing. All right, so lying on your side. You can support your head with your hand, or you can rest your hand down on your arm, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Knees are bent here. We're going to keep ankles together and open and close for 10, 9, 8. Make sure your hips are directly above one another. 7, 6, 5. Squeeze the belly button in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten the top leg. Make sure whether you're standing or lying that your hip, knee and toes are facing forward. What often happens with this lift is that the toes shoot out to the side or up to the ceiling and you use the wrong muscles. So keep them facing forward. Wanting to use the glutes on the side here. 2, 3, 4, 5, like you're leading with your heel more than the toes. Almost try to get the toes to point to the ground or towards your right leg. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now little circles forward. Sorry, circles backwards. For 10, 9, keep those toes facing forward. 8, 7, 6, tummy in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax that leg down. Good. All right, let's go over to the other side. Knees bent. Make sure one hip is directly on top of the other one. And we're going to open and close here. Open for 1, 2, rotating the hip out. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now straighten that leg out to the side. Heel facing, leading the movement, toes facing forward. Lift for 10, 9. Check your toes. They will rotate up towards the ceiling unless you make sure they keep forward. 6, 5, 4. The reason is because these muscles tend to be weaker than these hip muscles that tend to want to take over. 3, 2, 1. Now little circles backwards. Make sure your hips don't drop back or roll back here. One hip on top of the other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very well done, ladies. If you are wearing ankle weights, you can take those off. And we'll all meet back in standing now. All right, we're going to do a little balance movement, balance exercise. So there are 2 options here. We're going to shift weight side to side with a big step and try to hold your weight on one leg there. Trying to make that step big enough so that your body carries some momentum and it feels challenging enough to maintain your balance. Option 2 is to increase, to add a bit of a hop, if that feels good for you or possible for you. always good to challenge your balance in a safe environment so that if the time ever comes when you're thrown off balance in an unpredictable environment, your body has had a chance to practice. Good, now let's try across the diagonal. So going forward and to the right. Again, you can just step, a big step, or you can jump. Forward to the right, back to the left, and then you can switch forward to the left, back to the right. So switching legs each time, so each side gets a chance. And all the flailing around is good because it's throwing your body off of its center and giving it an opportunity to catch itself, whether it's stepping out quickly enough or using your core muscles to keep that balance. Good. Okay, and relax. Well done. That's a nice one to practice while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, as long as it's not on a slippery kitchen floor. Okay, coming to the back of your chair, we're going to stretch through the quadricep muscles. So you can either take hold of your ankle behind you. If that's not possible for you, you can turn your chair around and place your foot on the chair behind you. You might have to adjust how far you stand from the chair. You can slide that foot back and send the hips forward. So you're trying to maneuver your body so that you feel a stretch through the front of the thigh here. So holding that position, whether it's with your hand or with your foot on the chair. Now just bring your awareness to your tailbone. See if you can think of tucking your tailbone in a little more. Notice what that subtle movement does to the sensation of stretch through your hip and thigh. Trying to keep your knees aligned with one another. And the tucking of the tailbone is trying to prevent you from overarching in the lower back here. That's really important. Chest is nice and open. Take a deep breath in. And release. Bring that same leg now onto the chair in front of you. Toes drawn up towards the ceiling. Keep the spine long and the leg straight, and very gently folding from the hips. Lean forward until you feel the stretch in the hamstrings here at the back of the thigh. Take a deep breath in. And out, maybe go a fraction further. Deep breath in. And out. And gently release coming out of that position. Changing to the opposite leg. So you might need to change the orientation of your chair so you can hold on to it. Stretching through the quadriceps first, so the front of the thigh first. So if you're doing the front of the thigh, you're going to face your back towards the chair and place that foot on the chair behind you. Try to tuck your tailbone in, feeling, just see if you can notice a change in how you feel the muscles and tissues around the front of the leg. And you tuck the tail in, brace the hips forward. Good, nice big breath in and out. Release that leg, bring it forward, facing the chair now, toes up towards the ceiling, tummy muscles nice and tight. Send your send your spine forward, keeping the spine long though, and shoulders back. And feel a stretch through the back of the thigh and into the calf muscle. And slowly release down. Good. Coming to sit in the chair. Finish where we started. Good. Bring your arms up to 90. Turn the palms away from you and stretch the arms out, keeping your fingertips reaching towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch through the biceps. A little bit of maybe a neural tingling into the fingertips. That's quite normal. It's a nerve stretch. And then you can flex and extend your wrists, moving those nerves a bit. And then release your hands down, bringing them to rest on your thighs. And just close your eyes with me a moment. Release any tension in your jaw, your neck, shoulders, lower back, hips, toes. Spread those toes wide again one last time. And take a big inhale, fill your lungs completely. Allow your belly to expand fully. Imagine each little muscle between your ribs stretching. And then sigh it all out. Open your eyes, reaching to the sky. One final breath, stretching high and tall as you can. And big sigh and stretch out. Well done, everybody. You worked hard today. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you next week.